Hi, welcome to this session on the receptive skills. This is quite an easy session. There's two parts to it actually. It's the receptive skills, which is reading and listening, but also there's quite an important section on the 3PF. And I'll talk about that in a second. So two parts to this session. The reading and listening skills is quite straightforward. It's basically just a Prezi for you to work through, and it just presents to you the main aspects of those skills. So please do look through that. There's a voiceover for each slide, so as you advance it you should hear a voiceover. That's me just talking you through that. So that's quite an easy session. And then there's some recommended reading for the following week, in which we'll be looking at how to plan and teach a receptive skills lesson. So the three readings that I've suggested are all focusing on the teaching aspect of it mostly. Okay, so that's the receptive skills. The second part, which is really important, is your the next instalment of the 3PF, and it's planning, delivery and evaluation, or PDE. And there's 5 bits to that, but we're just looking at parts 1 and 2, and that is a scheme of work. So you're asked to produce a scheme of work for 20 sessions, bearing in mind the group that you're teaching at the moment. And there's various example schemes of work for you to look at, and you're invited to use whichever one you feel is most appropriate, either the one that you're using in your placement or in your work or your own design. Okay, as long as it's got the basic components in there, that's fine. So as well as the scheme of work, you're invited to produce a rationale. So this is in a way more important than the scheme of work. This is where you explain why you've planned what you've planned with your group, how it flows, how it's appropriate for your group, how the tasks and activities, what methodologies, what approaches you've used, so some references to theory there. And basically you're just explaining, justifying and giving us some insight into your decision making while producing that scheme of work. And altogether they need to be equivalent to 1,000 to 1,500 words, and then I'd like you to submit that please using the portal. And that needs to be submitted by the 15th of January, so you've got plenty of time to be working on that. Okay, so enjoy the session, 2 parts. Reading and listening, work through the Prezi, listen to the voiceover, do the pre-reading for the following week, which is the 15th of January, when we'll be looking at teaching, reading and listening, and also the 3PF, planning, delivery and evaluation. That's the scheme of work and accompanying rationale. Okay, so enjoy the sessions and I'll see you in the new year. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.